We have some breaking news to get to right now. Police in National City are investigating a shooting. It happened just before midnight in the 200 block of East 30th Street.
Now, we do not know what led up to this shooting. We also don't know the condition of the victim or if an arrest has been made. We are working to gather more information right now, and we will be sure to bring you the very latest updates as we get them in our newsroom. Lights, camera, action. A lot of celebrating going on. The actors' strike is over this morning. It ended 6 hours ago, just at midnight. SAG-AFTRA reached a tentative 3-year deal that includes minimum pay increases, provisions to protect members from the threat of artificial intelligence, and for the first time, there will be bonuses based on a show's streaming success.
This is the first time in 6 months that neither actors nor writers are on strike. And just take a look at some of the reactions from actors excited to get back to work. Of course, some fans excited to be seeing some shows and movies. The big question is, when will that happen?
I would expect production to resume for your favorite films and series in January, and things that were pushed into the first quarter of 2024, those things might still air, but we're looking at a lot of things returning in the second quarter of the year.
So there's your answer. Union members still have to vote to ratify the deal, and then it looks like early next year they could start getting back to work after the holidays.
And thank you so much for joining us here. Time now 6:01. I'm Nada Iranpour.
And I'm Evan Irani. You're looking at Eric Connor live at the Warrior Foundation Freedom Station Give-a-thon, along with Santa. We're going to be checking in with him in just a few minutes. But first, we want to get a quick check on the forecast as we start off the day. 6:01 on the clock right now. And so far, we are checking in on a pretty warm one out there. Forecast highs are expected to be in the 70s this afternoon. 79 degrees in Oceanside, Fallbrook, Vista, as Santa Ana's remain active. So keep in mind, early morning temperatures are pretty chilly out there. We are mainly in the 40s outside, so a jacket can help you out this morning, but clear skies as the sun starts to come up. We'll talk more about these afternoon highs and about some warmer temperatures we could get by the weekend.
Looking good, those temperatures. And now in just a couple of hours, a Chula Vista councilwoman and her brother are expected to make their first court appearance.
They're both facing criminal charges, including fraud, money laundering, and failing to file tax returns. CBS 8's Regina Urita live downtown to explain what is at stake. Good morning, Regina.
Yeah, well, good morning, guys. They're expected to appear at the San Diego County Courthouse this afternoon. Now, Andrea Cardenas is still on counsel, even though city officials have called for her resignation. However, Chula Vista doesn't have a set rule for what happens to a council member when they're charged. The only way she could be removed is if she's convicted. She could face 5 years and 8 months in state prison, while her brother faces 4 years and 4 months. So according to the criminal charges filed by the district attorney, the two had applied for and received more than $176,000 from the government's Paycheck Protection Program in 2021. These were federal COVID-19 relief funds and applied under grassroots resources. They allegedly claimed to have 34 employees working for them. The district attorney says that is not true. The employees listed worked for Harbor Collective, a marijuana dispensary in San Diego, a business which under federal law is illegal. The charges also claim that Jesus Cardenas did not disclose that Grassroots meant a political consulting firm, which would have made the business ineligible for a PPP loan. The DA also says Andrea Cardenas used more than $33,000 of those federal funds to write a check out to her Chula Vista city campaign in 2021. Chula Vista officials have called for her resignation as she remains on council. In a recent statement, Andrea Cardenas says, in part, quote, "We became aware of many of the details of these allegations through local media outlets who received a full copy of the complaint before we did. Our American judicial system is built on the fundamental principle that our citizens are innocent until proven guilty." Now, the charges come at the same time of a special election for city attorney. So back out here live, Cardenas is also just months away from re-election for the 2024 primaries. Now that arraignment is set for 1:30 this afternoon. I'm live in downtown. Regina Urita, CBS 8.
Regina, thank you for those updates. And now, the Warrior Foundation, Freedom Station, and CBS 8 are raising money right now to fly our ill and injured troops home for the holidays.
The annual Give-a-thon happening as we speak, and that's where we find CBS 8's Eric Connor. He is live at Freedom Station number 2 to explain how people can join in on the giving. Good morning, Eric.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we are in the spirit of giving here. It is in full force. I want to make sure I get right to how you can give. CBS8, a proud partner of Warrior Foundation Freedom Station. The 19th year they've been doing this. Back in the day, they used to come to our studio. I'm actually glad we're coming out here to Freedom Station 2 to see all the great work that they do out here. So here's what we need you to do. Call this number right here behind me, 619-578-2615. These elves will get on the phone with you. You'll have a nice little chat, and then give from your heart, because you're going to be bringing in a wounded warrior or an ill or sick warrior home for the holidays. A couple $100s could do that, and there's no better gift this time of year than that. So as we look at the elves calling right now, we had a CBS8 loyal viewer, Jeanette, just called in and said, hey, I saw Eric on TV and I want to give some money. And so, yeah, please keep it coming. We need lots of Jeanettes out there. I want to tell you real quick as we're watching the elves pick up the phones here about a warrior named Povis McNitus. Okay, so Povis, back in 2009, a Marine in Afghanistan, an IED exploded beneath the floor of the house that Povis and his team was in, severely injuring everyone. Povis sustained serious injuries. He treated his teammates first to keep them alive. Well, guess what? Povis has really come a long way, and he lived at Freedom Station 1. This is Freedom Station 2. He lived at Freedom Station 1. That helped him transition back into civilian life. And guess what? We've got Povis here, live with us this morning. Povis, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got to tell everyone before we get into your background a little bit, this guy's a handyman. We had a broken light right here earlier this morning. He brought his tool kit out. He was on it, fixing that light, and it was just great to see that you are here, ready to go. That's kind of the guy you are. You just jump in to help. And talk about how Warrior Foundation Freedom Station has helped you in that regards.
Well, Warrior Foundation is really, it's an all-encompassing foundation for a number of our veterans. They started out in 2004 just with, razors for guys at the hospitals, and then they kind of realized through their connection, all these different needs that were needed, during military service members' transitions. And so, they were helping guys fly them to and from their homes during the holidays and for surgeries here at the hospital. And then as they're transitioning out of the military, they realized there was a gap. And so that's where the housing complex came through. So they've helped with so many things.
And how did they help you personally?
With me personally, I first became aware of the foundation through one of the flights home for holidays, and then after that, it was transitional housing at Freedom Station 1, and now I just got to find ways to give back to them because they helped me out so much. So.
And they helped you get back on your feet. Went to college here locally, and tell us a little bit about where the direction you're headed in now.
So yes, went to University of San Diego, got my degree in finance, and now I work as a corporate banker.
Awesome. So this is a success story where the funds that you're going to not only help bring these wounded warriors home for the holidays, but helps build these freedom stations. This is number 2. By the way, number 3 is being worked on right now, and that's expected to be done sometime, hopefully this winter. I'm hearing the February number, the date. So hopefully that'll be happening soon because it really helps wounded warriors like Povis. So back to our elves over here. You can see some of them on the phone. Some of them, as Cindy Lemcooler, the CEO, said, are naughty elves. That means that they're not on the phone right now, and only you can help them be nice elves by calling the number 619-578-2615. And every time we hear that bell, that means one of you generous souls at home have found it in your heart to bring home a wounded warrior for the holidays. $600. Think about that. You, your family, your coworkers, you band together, you get $600, you put it together, you call this number, you donate, you're bringing a wounded warrior home for the holidays. There's no better gift than that. Now, as we send it back into you in the studio, we'll be talking with warriors all morning long out here, and hopefully hearing a lot of these bells.
Yes, it's so fun to see because they'll be sitting there without a phone call, and then all of a sudden, it's so exciting. They're getting busier and busier by the minute, Eric.
Yes. As Santa would say, put them to work.
Yes, put them to work.
That's what they do best.
Our CBS8 viewers right now, go ahead and give them a call.
That's right.
We just heard firsthand how important the Freedom Stations are to help all of our veterans.
Povis, amazing.
Our wounded warriors. Thank you so much, Eric. We will check back with you throughout our morning show, of course, to see the updates and see how people like Jeanette are responding to your live reports there. Thank you, Jeanette,
see you soon.
too. Yeah, see you soon. All right, let's now send it over to Evan. Evan, you can see the sun shining already.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I mean, Eric is in the jacket, though, and that just goes to show it's a cold morning, but the sun, it is coming up as we speak, essentially. So we're looking live outside at Hotel del Coronado. It is beautiful out there. We've got pink, orange, red hues that are coming through. Temperatures this afternoon expected to be warmer than yesterday, feeling almost summer-like, you could say, out there in the 70s along the coast, near 80 degrees inland. You start to move farther toward your mountains and deserts. Possibility of some blowing dust because of that wind in store for today, those dry Santa Anas, but it's still going to be pretty comfortable out there. 64 for the mountains, 79 for the deserts. Live look outside from Mount Soledad shows perfect vision of orange out there. We're still waiting just a bit, another few minutes. 6:13 is that sunrise. So in about 3 minutes, we'll watch as that sun makes its way up right around there on the corner of our screen. Temperatures out the door, though, are cold. The jacket will absolutely help you out, especially if you're inland. Ramona's at 34 degrees. They're almost at freezing this morning. So it just goes to show when we don't have those clouds out there, we can cool down quite a bit overnight. El Cajon is at 41 right now. Poway at 49. Downtown San Diego is at 47. Our record overnight low for today in San Diego, 42 degrees. So we are 5 degrees off of record territory on our overnight low temperatures, being pretty chilly out there. Even colder than where they were yesterday. And yesterday we saw a 10 to 20 degree drop. So just kind of goes to show the change that we have. Santa Ana's die down briefly just for tomorrow, and then they're back for Saturday and Sunday. Going to bring us some sunny days out there, 80 degree temperatures inland, and then clouds rebuild into the beginning of next week, setting the stage for the middle of next week. Middle of next week is going to be our next best opportunity for possibly our first winter storm of the season. Next best opportunity for rain here in San Diego County. Let's take a look at what's going on as far as traffic goes. Time is 6:11. Want to take you to just one crash that has popped up on our screen, and this is on the 805. So we'll zoom in for you, show you some of the delays in the area. Lane is blocked with a crash on the 805 northbound. This is at Market Street. You can see how the 805 northbound from National City moving toward about the 94 impacted some slower speeds and some stop and go traffic in the red right ahead of that crash. So just be prepared for some slightly slower speeds around the area. Let's take a look at your border wait times out there. And it looks like so far at San Ysidro Port of Entry, looking pretty good on your border wait times. Otay Mesa Port of Entry at 80 minutes, so a little bit longer than you're going to be waiting in San Ysidro. San Ysidro just under an hour. You can head to cbs8.com/traffic. It'll give you more on what to expect into that morning commute. Netta?
All right, Evan, thank you very much. And still ahead here, are they overpopulating neighborhoods or helping our housing crisis? We are bridging the divide over ADUs. Plus, kittens that were trapped inside an old Coco's are now rescued, but the danger might not be over yet. And remember, call now to help send ill and injured troops home for the holidays. You're looking live as those elves are waiting patiently for your phone call. The number to call, 619-578-2615.